Well, these temperatures can be dangerous for safety forces. Water can freeze within seconds of hitting the air. So when crews are battling fires, they do have to be extra cautious. Tonight, 27 First News reporter Dan Martin is at the Youngstown Fire Department to tell us crews how they handle the cold.
Well, Dave, conditions are improving because we're now inside from the cold. We're in the garage here at Fire Station 1 in downtown Youngstown. Outside, though, temperatures tonight expected to bottom out around -10 to -12, and that wind chill will feel almost 25, 30, even 35 degrees below zero. So we're happy to be joined by Battalion Chief Gary DiTullio from the Youngstown Fire Department with us here tonight. And Gary, when it gets this cold outside, there's already enough you guys have to do when battling a fire, but what are some extra challenges that face your crews when fighting a fire in these cold conditions?
That's correct. There's many challenges we have, and this is just an added burden to us. We do have cold weather operations that we do employ. The guys know what to do when they get to the scene. You know, whether we have a frozen hydrant, we know what to do. Whether we go tank to tank for our pumping. You know, the guys get wet. You got to remember, we're not just cold, we're getting wet. The fire scene becomes a skating rink also. We do have buckets of salt that we'll spread around to keep the guys from falling also. Yeah,
we were talking a little bit, though, when that water is flowing and you guys are getting wet and your equipment gets wet, it can freeze very quickly. Even the suits and the jackets that the guys are wearing can become very stiff. You lose a lot of motion when it's this cold and then things start to freeze on you.
Absolutely. You'd be amazed in this type of weather that when the gear gets wet, it's extremely hard to bend your extremities, and everything is just stiff on you.
It's probably pretty crazy, contrast between hot and cold because you guys go into burning buildings. You have a lot of equipment on, so you mentioned as well, you are sweating underneath that, but you're still outside, still freezing cold.
That's correct. Even though it is freezing outside, temperatures inside a burning building are extremely hot. We do sweat. Also in the extremely cold weather too.
All right, so it's important to stay hydrated as well when you're out fighting a fire in these conditions. We're going to have more from our talk with Battalion Chief DiTullio coming up tonight at 10 and 11, but for now, reporting live in downtown Youngstown, I'm Dan Martin. Guys, back to you.
All right, Dan, thanks very much. A tough job to do, and we certainly appreciate it.